Whoops, sorry. My video cut off. Now, there's nothing wrong for people who feel gay, right, queer, right, or attracted to the same sex, right. There's also nothing wrong, gay people, right, on the other hand, for naturally attracted people who prefer the same opposite sex, right. See, one is going after the opposite gender, one is going after the same gender, in a nutshell, sexually, right? Now, what you gotta do, though, is not rape each other into it, right? Right. If you don't want to do something, that's fine. If you want to do something, that's fine, right. It's a choice. It's a choice, right? So you're choosing to do this, or you're choosing to do that, right? Now, some people are talented and are straight, right? Some people are talented and are gay, right. Again. We're not to judge each other unto condemnation, right? Which is what Jesus was saying, right? We're to love each other unconditionally, right? Now, the major crimes are murder, rape, what you call vigilante violence, right? And then vandalism, right, of someone's property, or stealing someone's property, right? Those are the 5 major crimes we're all not to do, right, to each other, right. If you love each other, you accept your similarities and your differences, right? Do you understand, my brothers and sisters, gay or straight, right? We are in a world where you have to be one or the other anyway, right? Well, why can't we be a little of both, right, at times, right? Sometimes I feel like singing in the rain, but I don't feel gay about it. I feel like I'm Fred Astaire, right? But whether Fred Astaire himself was gay or not, I don't know, right? But it don't bother me if he was or not, right? But at the same time, you're building your foundation on heterosexuality first, right? You can't have a son to go gay or straight until, again, that child particularly feels that way, right? Do you understand what I mean, though, right? Until a child feels gay or straight, right? Which is close to the fall, right? Or whatever you want to call it, where mankind learned he could do whatever he wanted to do on the earth, right? So I consider that a vital point where you realize you could do anything to each other, right or wrong, right? And we did something wrong to each other involving sex with Satan, perhaps, right? Well, that's why we're all confused about it, right? You're not going to admit to sex with the devil, would you, right? But some people do, right. And some people don't, right. And that's the whole problem in a nutshell. We're not admitting to it or sticking to what we did or not forgiving what we did, right? Key point, right? If you make something the wages of this sin is death, there has to be someone to die, like the devil himself, to cause your own death because you had sex with the devil. And by killing himself, he murdered us all. His real crime is to teach us suicide, too. Like, I heard a star's son recently committed suicide, but that's not his fault. That's Satan's fault, right? We don't blame the victim in heaven, right? We blame the victimizer, which is Satan, who knew better than you all, right? We know the anarchy, the hierarchy in heaven and earth, right? Now, you got Jesus and his angels on one side, and then Satan and his angels on the other. But what Jesus is doing is forgiving everything, right? And teaching you to forgive everything you do wrong, right? Now, and that's done to you wrong, right? Why is that, right? You can't stop it, right? Like these idiots on YouTube, I can't stop them from saying the dumb things they are saying, but they're saying it anyway. Why? Free will. The same way I could explain it more fully than they can understand it, right? Because I understand it more, right? But I don't understand it all yet either. I'm still dealing with it too, right? I'm a man too, right? I don't know everything either. But I learned to forgive is better than condemn. That's probably how I survived the wreck and the fall anyway, as I forgave what was being done to me, though I didn't understand it, right? Now, true God is unconditional love. False God is the knowledge of good and evil, making you play by wrong rules, right? That have nothing to do with your actual overall salvation, right? So why do people feel gay or straight, right? Someone in their community, be it a classmate, right? Be it a bully, right? Told them they feel gay or are acting queer, right? Or acting different. Now, some people aren't strong enough to understand. They want you to be queer or gay or bi, right? And they're the ones wanting you to go that way, right? Not you necessarily, right? But if you agree with them or disagree with them, like I did, right? See, I disagreed with them. I like women, right? So I'm straight, right? That's what I would tell them. I'm trying to be with women, not men. I don't think of men that way, right? But sometimes that's not enough for some people, right? They're convinced everybody wants to be gay, some people, right? But that's, again, a trickery, right? Someone's trying to tell them everybody wants to be gay, everybody wants to be gay. That's another voice from someone who, I know, doesn't understand straight from gay is okay, right? See, some people are trying to make everybody gay with it, right? Because they have fun, I guess, in their own mind, right? But I have fun, too, with the straight women I was with, right? So, again, you're making choices that should not be judged unto death, though, right? See, Satan wants to kill you for every minor mistake now. And even, if you vandalize someone's property, you pay it back, right? It's called restitution, right? If you steal from someone, you return that which was stolen and then you pay them back, right? Or you pay them back. The amount owed, only. No more, no less, right? If you're disabled and you in able-bodied, you're injured in the military. You're a veteran forever, right? Because your shipmates did not want to work with you, right? And you can't do it alone. You can't work on the ship alone, right? They got to show you what to do, or you don't know what you're doing. So you're trying to trade sex for knowledge of the ship, which they're not supposed to do. That's quid pro quo, right? And you forgive that trespass, right, too, right? They didn't know what they were doing, right? All right, so this is getting long, but you get the point. We're all human, right? Whatever temptation you have, whatever you're dealing with, good or bad, ask God to help you to see, is this the true path for me or is this someone else's path for me, right? Whatever you decide, though, it becomes your path when you make the choice to be gay, straight, bi, right? Or even celibate, even. You don't have to have sex, right, to entertain yourself, right? Sex has nothing to do with that part of being gay, right? Gay can just mean you're happy all the time and positive and like pretty pink colors, right? Even, right? But is the male pink flamingo gay because it's pink? No. But if you're feeling gay, right, it's not necessarily associated with sex all the time either. It's also being positive in face of negativity. See, some people confuse that with being gay. Or you're joyous, right? What the Bible called it, right? Because Paul's trying to break you of the habit of judging each other in the flesh, right? But you're in the flesh, you're not in the spirit, right? You're in the flesh and in the spirit, right? You're flesh and blood creatures. Right? You were created in the image of God through Adam and Eve, right? And they were in the image of God, right? They made two, right? You're not understanding the process there. They were in one body and then made two bodies, right? That means they were both male and female, right? In the first body that made male and female to reproduce, right? He said become one flesh, which means penis goes into the vagina, right? So this is not for a child, right? Okay, grow up, right?